Hi, Sherry. Okay, guys. Well, welcome to the meeting. Welcome to the webinar. This webinar is from the Super Turbo team, which is virtual properties and a turbo team build here. And this presentation does give a gift for everyone who attends. This is not a part of virtual properties strategy, but it is part of our team strategy to give a gift for coming and listening to our presentation. I hope you enjoy it. Go ahead and roll the film.
Determines your life future. It's what you do about what happens. All of us are in like a little sailboat. And it's not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination, it's the set of the sail. Jot this phrase down, it's one of the best to understand. Kids need to understand it. The same wind blows on us all. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of disaster, the wind of opportunity, the wind of change. The wind when it's upside down, the wind when it's favorable and unfavorable. The same wind blows on us all. The economic wind, the social wind, the political wind. The same wind blows on everybody. The difference in where you arrive in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, the difference in arrival is not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail. And that's what learning is all about, to set a better sail this year than last year. The first 6 years of my economic life, I wound up broke. Second 6 years, I wound up rich. Here's what changed the second 6 years of my economic life. It was my philosophy that changed. The set of the sail of better thinking, correcting the errors of the past and picking up new disciplines for the future. That's all I had to do at the end of the first 6. Correct the errors of the past and then pick up some new disciplines for the future. And my total life changed. The second 6 years was totally different than the first 6 of my working life. And guess who can do that? Anybody. Now you can keep on the same path for the next couple of years as you have the past 2. But if you wish to, and maybe everything's okay for you and you don't need to, but if you need to make some changes, I'm telling you can start doing it today so that the next 2 years will be drastically different than the last 2. And anybody who wishes to do that can. And you can do it between ages 40 and 43. You can do it between ages 13 and 15. You can do it between ages 60 and 62. Any 2 years, any 5 years that you wish to drastically change from the previous 5, you can do it. Anybody, if you wish to. This isn't written. This is not a law. Here's what it's called, opportunity. If you don't know you can drastically change your income, change your future, change your health, change your marriage, change everything. If you don't know that, some people then go year after year after year after year not making much change simply because they didn't get to the class. They never read the book. They never went to the seminar. They never made the discovery. They didn't seek for the knowledge of how could I make my life better. And if you just rock along, I'm telling you it's okay. Anybody can live any way they choose, but I'm here to tell all of you that if you wish to, it's possible to make the next 3 years totally different than the last 3. And all you have to do is just a few things. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your income. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your fortune. It's the set of the sail. Maybe I've got some ideas that'll help you with a couple of little things about setting the sail of your thinking that might drastically give you multiplied more benefit the next 2 years than you've got in the last. So it's not what happens. What happens happens to everybody. It's not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail.
I love that film. I could watch it 10 times a day. It makes me feel empowered. It makes me really feel empowered. And being here, right here and now, you are in the right place at the right time to set your sail. So Dr. Nav, we're going to continue with another one here. All right. Now this is a very easy concept. It's just like having a building on the street corner that you would fill with renters. But you know, it's something that you would build. What we've done is added another program to the scenario. And that program gives us power with cash flow. And when you have cash flow, you have the power to do anything. And we have a strategy where we bring in people for free into virtual properties when they join TurboCycler. And we'll go ahead and roll that film, and we'll discuss any questions you have after that.
The compensation structure is based on a time-tested compensation plan called a 2x2 cycler follow your sponsor matrix. The basic principle of a 2x2 is that there are a maximum of 6 positions that can be taken at any one time, called a matrix. 2 under you and 2 each under those people. So here you see on the diagram, it's 1, 2 under you. Those are positions number 1 and 2. And then you have position number 3 and 4, which are the first 2 people underneath position number 1, and 5 and 6, which are the first 2 positions under position number 2. Now there's 4 different ways you can make money. The first way is selling the product. That's called personal sales. As you refer someone to the program, they purchase a $200 product package. Okay, that's position number 1. Now maybe that person, position number 1, also makes a sale, and they refer person number 3, and that's a $200 product package. That person is instructed by the system to pay you $200 because anyone that lands on your second generation, that's position 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, are going to be instructed by the system to send you $200 directly. And again, this is paid directly to you, not through the company, and you're free to accept the payment in any way, shape, or form you like. The second way is spillover. Now in the diagram here, with the face there, you have your upline, and you also have your matrix, which is just below your upline. Now your upline has position number 1 and 2, so you're in position number 1, and the second position in your upline's organization, we'll just call that filled with someone that's already have a sale. So now at this point, your sponsor or upline makes a sale, and that's the $200 sale you just saw there, and the system is going to search from left to right, up and down, and it's going to put that person in the first open available spot. Okay, so that's spot number 2. What happens here is that number 2 can now go out and make a sale. That's a $200 sale, and that $200 is now your second level. That's spot number 5, and the system is going to instruct them to pay you $200. Now what's important about that is the $200, of course, landed on your second level, so you make that, but that sale was not directed by any effort of your own, because the spot number 2 was coming from your sponsor or your upline, and that position landed there through no effort of your own, and that person introduced number 5, which also goes to you. So that's a sale that comes as no effort of your own, which is great. Next way you can make money is called team sales. Now again, this is your organization, and we have those 6 spots, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, and number 6. So what happens here is you have your first 2 spots. Let's just say that you brought them in. They're your personally sponsored people. Now people go out and they work as a team to be able to bring in sales. Now spot number 1 brings in spot number 3, and that is a $200 sale. The system instructs that person to send you $200, and you get paid. Spot number 1 also gets their 2 sales, and they bring in $200, which is instructed by the system to pay you. So again, everyone is working together as a team to bring in at least 2 people. So you brought in 2, spot number 1 brought in their 2, which is position 3 and 4, and spot number 2 has also brought in their spots, number 5, which also pays you $200, and spot number 6, which also pays you $200. So in this case, everyone that reached your second level paid you $200 a piece, which is a total of $800 going to you. The next way you can make commission, called follow your sponsor. So as you start to build a team, 1 and 2 and those people bring in people and so on. You have your organization here. When you cycle, or when anyone else in your organization cycles, the system is automatically going to close out your 6-person matrix and then look for the first open available spot in your sponsor's matrix that they're working right now. In this position, it would be number 1. So now you're closing out the 6-person position you're currently in because you have all those spots filled. The system looks to place you back in the $200 matrix, and now you're taking the first available spot, and we'll call this number 1 in your sponsor's matrix. You're instructed who to send your $200 to, and the process happens over and over again. So you've made $800 from the 4 positions, and you're sending back $200. Now you're netting $600 on that complete matrix. So the next time, say spot number 2, when they fill up their 6-person matrix, so let's say spot number 5 brought in 2 and spot number 6 brought in 2, the complete matrix for them is finished, so now they're going to look to follow you and your spot number 1, and they're going to follow and fill up spot number 3. The same thing happens for position number 5. Let's say that you also sponsored position number 5. When they cycle again, they're going to follow you and take the first open position, which again would be spot number 4. Okay, that's in your sponsors matrix, spot number 4. All right, so let's quickly review. We use the 2x2 compensation plan, which earns income a few different ways. Personal sales. Introduce others to buy your audio-video education package. Spillover. Since level width is limited to 2 people, new sales can roll over to the next available position. Team sales. People work as groups or teams to fill in 2 levels, and those people also do the same thing, thus assisting people in filling in positions and cycling. Follow your sponsor. As your matrix fills, you'll also follow your sponsor and fill in one of the open spots in the active matrix that your sponsor is in. The same thing happens for all your personal sales. They will follow you, thus causing you to cycle again and again.
Wonderful. Okay, so what we do here is we have a business called TurboCycler. And TurboCycler enables us to get cash flow all the time, Now, when we bring in someone into TurboCycler, they're going to get a free position in virtual properties, which is a residual program that you can depend on every single month. We also have many strategies that we can implement to make you explode in both businesses. And we have a lot of leads. We have a very good system of how we do things. And we have a huge, wonderful team with experienced admin, and that you will feel right at home, and you've actually found a home here with Super Turbo Team and virtual properties. Dr. Na, would you like to go further on the lead system and our gift program?
Can you hear me? Hang on 1 second. Okay, can you hear me now?
Get his mic to work. Does anybody... Oh, there he is. There he is. There you go.
Can you hear me now? Just say yes if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Yes, it's a whole system that's in place now. We really have everything in place. Those of you that are in the co-op will automatically, now that you're here today at this presentation, you will automatically get 110 leads. Now these leads are from the co-op. We get them many different ways, but these are opt-in leads, and they're survey leads, and they're SEO leads, and they're Facebook marketing, social media marketing leads. You get 110 of them. We give you an email to email that to these people, and don't email all 110. Email about 5 or 10 or 20 at a time. And if you have any breakage, that's fine, we'll replace them. And those leads will then, the email that you send them is going to be given to you by in a file with the instructions on how to do that. So you simply invite them to this presentation, and for coming they get one of the gifts that we give them, which is a gas certificate or the grocery certificate, which is a nice little value. So it is easy for them to come. By the way, if I cough, I'm sorry, because I'm a little bit, have a flu. But I'm here. Anyway, so so what happens with these leads, there's 2 ways of handling these leads. Number 1, you can handle yourself. We just introduced a new added on the last piece of the puzzle to make this really automatic, and that is we have put in place a call center in the Philippines. And for $25, your guarantee will be that these leads will be, you send them to Irwin in the Philippines, he will upload them into the autoresponder of GVO. He will send them out the first email, and you certainly will have to give him your information, your email address, your Skype ID, your phone number, and all the information vital for someone to contact you. And then he will hand over those 110 leads to a professional telemarketer who will then invite these people, not close them, simply invite them on a script that we provide to come to the webinars here. So basically, it's a one-term service. It's all in one package. In other words, your co-op will give you the leads, and and it's a $25 to be part of the call center if you want to be part of. We need at least 32 people. We have about 10 already. We'll have 32 very quickly, and we can install the call center. Until we get the call center operational, you certainly should use those leads and do some of it yourself if you have time. Be really, it'd be good for you to start bringing people to the presentation. Just invite them. People will come. Don't forget, these leads, these people have filled in, and a lot of them have opted in to see how they can make money from home on the internet, so it's not going to be a hard sell. And so what will happen is you basically just need to be at the presentations, at the webinar, whenever you get the Skype from the telemarketer telling you who is the person that's coming for you, and his name, and his, if he has Skype, his Skype ID, or whatever information he has on that person, he will give to you. And then you have to come and meet them, and then we help you close them if you want, or you close them in yourself. It's an easy close. So the whole prospecting, everything is now taken care of. It's a team assist. It always has been. But the beauty of this is that when we have these people joining us through Turbo, and it will really go rather quickly, especially with that we're bringing in we're adopting Mexicans, because what we do with the adoption of Mexicans, we have a form that you fill in if you want to adopt a Mexican, which you will do when you're on your pay line, which is the bottom 4, and you have 2 filled underneath you. Those 2, the money goes to above you, but from the pay line goes to you. You will adopt a Mexican, or you will adopt somebody from VP that doesn't have the $240. And if you adopt either one, you have to mark them as paid, and you have to pay the $39.95 for the activation. Now, if it's a Mexican, the Mexicans, their money will go to me, because I control all their money. And then the deal with the Mexican is very simple. They will give you, over the next 4 cycles, an additional 4 Mexicans. The first one you have to mark as paid. And as soon as he's on the pay line and he makes 200, he gives you that back. So in other words, it's a loan. It is not a PIF. Then when you get to when he finishes his cycle, he makes $800. He'll keep 200 to go to the next level. I mean, not the next level, to another cycle of 200. And he will give you $200 to bring in another Mexican. But this one is actually going to be paid. There's going to be $200 coming for that. It's not adopted anymore. It is actually paid. So then in the second cycle you get another one, and the third cycle you get 2 more. So in total you'll get 4 more Mexicans. 1 you have to mark as paid, the other 3 you actually have cash for. That's pretty cool. And then in the 5th cycle the Mexicans will actually then starting to make upgrade to the $500, and then after that I will go down and start passing out all the money, and the accounts will go over to them. And I'm very proud that I can do that, because these guys make like $20 a day. So I can help some people down there to become financially independent, and that makes me feel really good. So there's also actually an African team that we also have, but right now we're working with the Mexicans. So basically what I'm saying is you're in the right time and the right place. You have Virtual Property, which is a phenomenal monthly residual program. I mean, just think, if you are going to get with 1 Mexican 5 more Mexicans, that is a total of 6, and they all are going to be at the 250 level in the VP 3D team. That means you will have 6 times 250, that's 12, that's $1,500, no more than that, $1,800 in total of in 30 days in income and you certainly can go to the $500 tower and the $1,000 tower very quickly, and those people will never ever not pay you because it's actually controlled by me. So they will pay you. The subscriptions will be there, the money is there, everybody will be continuously growing, and it is a wonderful future to look forward to. Back to you, Laurie. Did everybody hear this? Okay. Laurie, are you there? Are you coming back in? Or Sherry, do you want to do a little... Do you want to take over and talk a little bit about the fund for Virtual Profit? Okay, if nobody is answering me, then how about if there's any questions? Would you please type in some questions at this point? Do we have any questions? Laurie, are you there? It looks like I've lost Laurie.
Hi, Doctor. Now I'm here. Can you hear me? This is Sherry.
Yeah, you're there. Okay, good. I think maybe Laurie needed to leave. Okay, do you want to do a little about? Do you want to do some fun about virtual properties at this point, and then we'll do the gifts for the day, and also. Just to let you all know, when to do any of these things, we have forms. If you want leads, when you need the leads, you will contact with Eric Hatfield. He will be putting his Skype in here. You can simply contact him. He'll give you the form. And also, if you want to adopt a Mexican, there's a form. So we have everything covered. There's a call center
definitely.
form.
Okay.
Okay, Sherry, you go ahead. I'm going to mute my mic and you talk a little bit in the meantime, okay?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Just want to go into a little bit of some of the things that we're going to be implementing, or that actually the owner of Virtual Properties will be implementing into our community that Virtual Properties is for us. One of the latest things that he has given us as a perk for being a member of Virtual Properties is, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Just type yes if you can hear me. I'm not... Okay, it's just not showing me that I'm talking, so, okay. So anyway, yes, there's going to be a virtual marketplace that each one of us as members of Virtual Properties will be able to take part in. In that marketplace, we can advertise any goods or services that we perform, and get that information advertised out to other members of Virtual Properties and develop, a marketplace, a mall, or, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, a place to go and shop around and look and see what other members are offering or selling. It's really kind of an exciting thing because it's if you can wrap your head around it, it is completely like what you would do in your physical life, you're also able to do in your virtual life. So that's really kind of cool as far as selling your goods and services. Another thing is there's going to be virtual resorts that we can go and take a little vacation virtually, maybe meet up with some of our friends that are also in the community, and go to a movie possibly, and watch a movie on our computer screens, and it may not even be in your local theater yet. Possibly go to a concert that may be in a different part of the world, and or listen to a speaker, or I mean, the sky's the limit. There's just a lot of things that are going to be integrated in that we're going to be able to do virtually. We will have avatars that we can use as a representation of who we are in the community. Um, there's also land that has actually been acquired over in Dubai that is going to be used to build a real life-size resort that resembles one of the virtual resorts that we will be able to go to. There are a lot of other things that are in the works. There's a lot of advertising that is available to us through the corporate site. We have sites through virtual properties that they let us have to help to advertise. And I'm going to put in, hold on just a moment here, I'm going to put in Dr. Now's VP promo site. There are a lot of people in our team admin that offer services to help develop these sites, and also I'm going to put in here my personal site that I built from scratch, and I am available if someone is wanting to make a site similar to this. I can help you build that. And there are also, let me look here, our 3D team has a website, and all of our SEO and stuff is being tied into this website here. And last but not least, we also have a few Facebook pages that we are using. We will simulcast a lot of our webinars from there, and we're also using that as SEO in places for Google and stuff to look at our business and getting it out there for people who may be searching for income. That's one of the Facebook pages, and the other one is here. So you can see that we've really started to blanket the internet with this opportunity, along with our own 3D team. It's very lucrative business and very fun for all of us to get to know each other and live a virtual life as well as a personal life here in our homes. So with that, I think I will give it back to Dr. Now, and we can move forward with question and answers.
Okay, I'm back. Again, just to remember to tell you that we have everything in place for you. There is really nothing, no stone is being left unturned to trying to help you all to become financially secure with virtual property and TurboCycler. The TurboCycler, I must tell you, it works very well, and especially with the adoptions that we bring in. It populates the first two places a lot of times, and it will actually has made a lot of people get to the second level, which is the pay line, much quicker than they would any other way. So it is really an exciting process that we have for you. Now, as far as with Jen, he is 1,000% behind us. He gave us the sanction for all this. You just have to remember the TurboCycler is a cash vehicle for the 3D team. It's not a feeder for virtual property. It's a cash cow that will make sure that everyone in virtual property will have their 250 and 50 towers, the first and second one, covered. And the landlord will naturally forgive the first month, and then the money starts rolling in over there, and it's guaranteed money. The other thing is, when it comes to with Jen, he had a webinar yesterday, which wasn't that many people there, but he unveiled an autoresponder system that you can join for free, and it is through .in, meaning through the company. And it's free for 30 days. And I think it's very cheap afterwards. But you can actually upload your leads there, and you can send them out from there. So if you want all that information, I'm sure Sherry can give you that, where to go to do that. So you can actually use and have now another autoresponder as at your service to use for the leads you get. And if there's any breakage in leads, like the phone numbers don't work or emails, they will be replaced. Okay, so what I would like to do now is, before we close out, I would like to ask you if there's any questions. Anyone has any questions, please type them in, and we'll take it from there. Well, looks like we did a good job. Nobody has any questions, so everybody knows what is going on. So let's finish up, Sherry. We have 5 gifts today. The first gift is international. It's a timeshare certificate that gives you 7 nights, 8 days accommodation in a timeshare resort. In a timeshare resort somewhere in the world. It's a great value. You will save a minimum of 70%. And it is first class. It is wonderful, and you can take your family. And you pay actually less than a timeshare owner that's paid thousands of dollars up front. Then they pay maintenance fees. You pay less than their maintenance fees. So it's a great certificate. The second one is 5 days in in Cabo San Lucas, and with unlimited golf included, 4 nights, 5 days, and that one is also international. You just have to fly to Cabo, and there is a about the $2,500 value, again about a 70% saving on that one. Then the next one is a hard premium, which is an MP4 player. It's a $100 value. Shipping you need to pay, and that'll be shipped directly to your house in North America only, not international. And then for those of the people that are here new for the first time and they're here for a presentation, they will also get, or you can order one of these 5 gifts. Anybody that is here that has come to a presentation through someone else and is new will also be able to get the grocery and the gas cashback certificate, which is $100 each, and you just simply shop at your favorite grocery store or at your gas station that you do business with right now, collect receipts, and every month you're allowed $100 worth of receipts, and you get $20 cashier check sent back to you. So over 5 months you get the $100 cash back to you. So those are the 5 gifts for the 3D team that are here. If you want any of those, it's simply there's a form that Sherry just put in here for you to fill out to get those gifts, and they will be sent out at the end of the day. So that's it. Thank you everybody for being here. Try to be here tomorrow at 2 o'clock, because we will have, the more support we have, and we will be starting to doing some calls and bringing people in here. And if anybody needs any helping hand on how to do the emailing and how to talk to people, please just Skype me, Skype me. It's my Skype is Norbert.Wachter. Okay. Oops, that didn't work. Let me try again. Norbert. Okay, and then I will give you instructions on how to do that, or just simply join the co-op. And the more of you that, and by the way, the $25 for the phone is really a one-time cost. It is not a residual cost. It's only one time. And the guarantee of it is that you will get out of that $25 2 members that sign up. So in other words, he'll bring people to the webinars for you until you have 2 signed up. You most likely get more, but you will get that guarantee. And if you run out of leads by any chance, which I doubt you will then we will supply more leads for you until you have your 2. So really, it'll cost you $12.50 for each person that comes in via the call center. Pretty cool, eh? Anyway, thank you very much. Sherry, you want to finish up? Okay, I guess Sherry is, maybe Sherry's mic doesn't working. Okay, well, fine. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. This was recorded. It'll take me 24 hours. I will give you that recording in the chat rooms, and you can pass it out to people that you know, and do yourself a favor and work this, because it is really a phenomenal way to be able to create a cash flow that is going to be tremendous. And it's actually, with TurboCyclers, it's very, very quick. Well, just have Sherry just fill out the form again, and Sherry, I'll make sure she sends it to you, Brenda. Okay? All right. Just fill out the form again, and tonight Sherry will send out the gifts. Thank you for coming. Goodbye for everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.